Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rahmat-e Alam by Sayyid Sulaiman Nadwi. Muhammad, peace be upon him. Mercy for the universe. Translated by Adolf Luther. Chapter 45. The Prophet's Morals and Manners. Someone asked Hazrat Aisha about the morals of the Prophet. She said, "Have you not read the Holy Quran? Whatever is contained in it is the morality of the Prophet. His whole life was a commentary of the Quran. He was a great miracle. The Quran has testified it. O Muhammad, you possess the best of morals." The Holy Prophet was very humble in nature, kind and merciful. He loved all. He was charitable. He never sought anything from anybody throughout his life. He remained hungry but fed others. Once a companion's marriage was held and he had nothing with him to serve in walima. The Prophet asked him to go to Hazrat Aisha and get a basket of flour, although that was the only thing in his house. He was so much charitable that he did not have any coin with him whenever he came home. He used to distribute whatever he had with him to the poor. He never had any coin in his house. Once grain loaded on 4 camels was sent to him. He sold it and paid his debt. Whenever he had any money with him, he did not come home unless everything to a pie had been given to the needy. Mostly he kept the whole night in the mosque. When he had any money or commodity that had come to him from any source, he went home only after its distribution. He was renowned for his hospitality. He served all Muslims and non-Muslims. Sometimes guests arrived and whatever he had with him, he offered it to them with all his heart. But the members of his family starved. Once an infidel came to him as a guest. The Prophet gave him milk of goat to drink. The guest drank the whole of it. He got another goat, and its milk was offered to the infidel. He later drank it. In this way, he drank the milk of 7 goats. The Prophet went on giving him milk until he was fully satiated. At night time, he looked after the guests, if there were any, that none of them might be uneasy. The Prophet, while in home, did home work with his own hands. He patched his clothes, mended his shoes, and milked the goat himself. When he took his seat in a public gathering, he never occupied a prominent and distinct position, but kept the law of equality. He had his seat with other men. He worked as a laborer along with other companions during the building of the Medina Mosque and while digging the trench. He loved the orphans and instructed the people to do good to them. He said, "The best of all houses for Muslims is that where the orphans are properly looked after. The worst of all houses is that where the orphans are ill-treated." His loving daughter Hazrat Fatima worked with her own hands in her house. Her hands had been affected by grinding the handmill. Her chest had been wounded by the goat skin by which she used to fetch water from a distance. Once she asked the Prophet to provide her with a slave or servant. He replied, "Fatima, the orphans of Badr have already requested me for the same." According to another tradition, he said, "O Fatima, no arrangement has so far been made for the people of the shed. How can your request be accepted?" The Prophet's treatment to the poor made them forget their poverty. He helped them financially and consoled them. He prayed for them, "O God, keep me alive in humbleness. Raise me as a humble one, and let my end be with the humble people." Once people of a tribe came to him. They were poor. They had scarcely any garments to cover their bodies. His mind melted to see them in such poverty. He went inside the house, but there was nothing in his house to offer to them. He asked the companions to help the poor folk of the tribe in awful condition. He used to hear the persons who were tortured and tormented by the infidels, while he himself was being mercilessly treated by the Quraysh. He was kind and merciful to them. He tried his best to console those companions. He paid their debts from whatever scanty money he had. He had proclaimed, "If a Muslim died and he was under debt, it must be intimated to me that I may pay his debt, and at the same time who's left anything as inheritance that must be given to the right inheritors. I have nothing to do with that property." He visited the sick, tended and consoled them. He did not differentiate in this case between a friend and a foe. All sick persons seemed to him alike. He forgave the sinners. He invoked God for their betterment. Revenge he never liked to take even from those who were his worst foes. Once a person intended to murder him and he was seized by the companions. That foe ran away for fear after seeing the Prophet, who said, "Don't fear. If you wanted to kill me, you could never do that." Jabbar bin Aswad had murdered the Prophet's daughter Hazrat Zainab. He thought of going to Iran after the conquest of Makkah, but he came straight to the Prophet and said, I am present before you. Whatever you have heard about me is true. Announce your punishment. He was forgiven. The Prophet took a special care for the people living in his neighborhood. He used to send gifts to them. He asked the Muslims to do the same in their own vicinity. Once there were many people and he told them, by God, he can never be a believer. By God, he will never be a believer. The companions asked, who is that person? The Prophet said, a person who is not safe at the hands of his neighbor. The Prophet used to go to his neighbors and assisted them. Besides the people who came to him for help, he did it wholeheartedly. He felt no shame to work for others. He loved children. He kissed them and petted them. He was very kind to them. He used to give fruits to the youngest children. On the way, he greeted the children first. To be continued. Jazakallah. Narrated by Sabeen Abbas. May Allah guide us on the right path. Ameen. Jazakallah. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the updates till next time. Thank you.